today's class is all about Pilates for neck and shoulder mobility. So if you hold a lot of stress and feel like your shoulders are lifting up onto your neck, if you need a little break from your day job, your desk job, this is going to be an awesome class for you. So we will pretty much work with no equipment except for 2 exercises. If you have a yoga block and a strap, that would be awesome. You can substitute that with a pillow or a belt. And if you don't have any equipment, I will give you substitutes, so no worries. And we're gonna get right into it. So for this class, I'm gonna show all the movements seated. You could do this standing, you can sit with your legs straight, you could do this seated in a chair. I'm gonna be seated on the floor, but it absolutely does not matter how you sit. You're gonna just pay attention to the actions that I do for the arms and the shoulders. So let's get into it. So wherever you're at, either standing tall or sitting tall, lift up through your core and just kind of check in, relax the shoulders and the neck here. So partially, if you're feeling really stiff in those shoulders and neck, you just have to check in if that's somewhere you often hold emotional tension, right? So give yourself a second to just let those shoulders kind of sink down and relax into it. Reaching those arms straight out in front of you. Flex your fingers out to the sides and then spread your fingers really wide. Now I want you to really reach the heel of the hand forward. Open the palm, and maybe you even feel a wrist stretch here. Relaxing those shoulders down still. Open the arms out to a side and lift your chest up through your arms. Now we're not going back, we're moving straight up. As if someone's hands are at your upper back, pushing you more so forward into the lift. Then bring your arms back in front of you, point your fingers towards each other, and pull your waistline back, making a C curve in the spine. Good. Lengthening the spine, flex your fingers. Make sure you're really pushing through the heel of the hand and spreading the palm. Then reach the arms back and send your chest up. Push your back ribs into your chest. Good. Maybe you tilt the head back a little bit, but only if that doesn't cause you any tension in the neck. And then point the fingers towards each other, make a big circle with the arms and pull your ribs back. Imagine the sides of your back moving apart from each other. Let's take one more time. Lifting up, fingers turn out, open the hand, and then lift your chest. Get a little bit taller. Go up, go up. Soften the shoulders, and then round out the back. Pull the waistline back. Good, and then lifting the spine up straight. We're gonna open the arms to a T. Reach your arms away from you. Really energetically try to reach the right wall and the left wall. What I want you to feel is that you're creating space here from where your shoulder attaches into that arm socket. I don't want you to squeeze your back muscles here. I want you to drop the shoulders and reach. So we have a lot of space in the neck area. Now turn your arms, keeping them straight, turn them in. Angling your pinky finger forward and your thumb back. And now again, reach the arms out of the body as if someone's holding your wrists and pulling your arms away. I feel some serious shoulder burning, so you should too. Now flip the arms. Spin them all the way to the back of the room. Keep going. Thumb trying to go down, pinky trying to go up, and now reach the arms out of the body. Create even more space in that inner shoulder. Okay, we're gonna do this a couple more times. So we're doing something called internal rotation when we turn the arm in here, and then reach the arm away. And then externally rotate, thumb spiraling back, palm up, maybe even those pinkies come up, and we reach. Okay, we're gonna do that one more time each way. So turning in and reach as if you're actively trying to touch someone on each side of you. And then we're gonna turn all the way back out and reach, keeping that spine nice and tall. Woo, it's a shoulder burner. Good, okay, rest that, take a little shake. Okay, so back to that right hand, spread the hand open really wide like a starfish and reach the heel of the hand forward. Okay, take the arm all the way out to the side of you, relax your shoulders down, and then let's send the left ear directly over to the left shoulder. So when you do this action, your nose should still point forward. Sometimes people start to look down. So if that is you, just think of leaning the head back in space. I want this to hit the side of your neck. Now my neck's pretty flexible, but that might be good because I'm demoing this, right? But don't feel like you're not doing it right if your head's only here. If you feel a stretch here, you're doing it right. Okay, so I want you to think of the top of your head and your right wrist moving in 2 different directions. And you want to really work into the pose, into the stretch. So I'm not just reaching my head over to one side and reaching my arm out. I'm really trying to push my right hand out and stretch my head over to the left. And hopefully that makes a difference. Now if you want a little bit more, you're going to take that left hand over to the right ear and just gently weight the head. But if you have enough, you can stay right where you're at. One other thing to pay attention to in this stretch is try not to lean with your torso. So we want that chest staying pretty much over the hips. Okay, release. Let's take that over to the left. So flex the left palm, fingers are open, heel of the hand is moving forward, and then I'm reaching the arm out to the side. So we've got that space at the inner shoulder, and then I'm going to take my head directly over to the right. So I'm bringing my right ear down to my right shoulder, and I'm creating a big stretch over here in the left side of the neck. Maybe you feel this, I feel this all the way into my palm, through the bicep. Good, and then just make sure your nose is straight forward and you're not looking down. And we're gonna lift that spine up tall. I don't have a mirror, but I'm just trying to check that I haven't leaned over to the right. And now we're energetic about it. I'm pushing through the left heel of the hand and I'm leaning my head over to the right. And if we want to add a little bit something extra, that right hand goes towards the left ear and we pull the head down. Ooh, that feels really good. Good, and then just release. Okay, so we'll work the back of the neck now. So you're gonna interlace your hands. The hands will be extra. So if it's too much for your neck, just do this body weight. So interlace the fingers, place the hands behind your head, not your neck, but on your head. And then just let your elbows be narrow. You're gonna drop your chin towards your chest, and you can start to release the weight of the hands onto the head. Let's keep the spine nice and tall. And then little semicircle, right and left. Okay, lean your face toward your chest. Like I said with that last exercise, really try to push into the stretch as long as you feel safe, right? We don't want to push past or push into pain. A slight discomfort and it being like stiff and sticky and some tension, that's totally fine. But pain is where you need to back off. Good, so just slow semicircles right and left. And I'm thinking of stretching right where the base of my head and my neck meet. Good, just taking it side to side. Good, and then let's bring it up through center and just reset, release the hands. I always like to do a little shake. Okay, so now let's go into the front of the throat. So I'm going to take my hands behind my back, interlace my fingers, and then open my chest up. If you're more flexible in your shoulders, you can move your arms back a little bit. Okay, your arms will stay as is now. Just make sure the front of the shoulder is not rolling forwards. We're opening that up to the best of our ability. Okay, relax right at the base of the neck and then lean the head back. Now you're going to draw a little semicircle right and left, and this will be stretching the front of the throat. One of my clients always says, sounds like Rice Krispie treats when she does this one. That snap, crackle, pop sensation. Okay, so I'm just going side to side. I'm trying to keep my spine tall. I'm not going into a back bend. If this is too much on your neck, you could always do this sitting in front of your couch and leaning your head back onto some support so that you get a little bit of the extension for the neck, but it doesn't cause compression in your neck if it's, or discomfort, too much discomfort. Good, let's just take a couple more side to side and think of pulling your chin or even your bottom lip up. It looks a little silly, but it works. Good, last one. Good, and then bring it to center, let those arms go, give those shoulders a little shake. So let's take our fists together now, and we'll place our fists together at our back. So the back of the hand touches the body. If you are really tight here, you can have the arms lower and further apart. If you're more flexible, the arms are gonna go up and together, and then you're gonna take the front of the shoulder, roll it onto the back, and squeeze your back muscles. So the elbows and shoulders are gonna come forward, we're relaxing into the stretch, and then we're working it, squeezing the shoulder blades back. Okay, so straight on, you can see this. I'm gonna release. So this is like not the best form. I'm not holding my shoulders in position, and then I'm gonna roll them back and open up through my chest. I feel a stretch here, right here. So front of the shoulder, pec minor area. So we're gonna add a little neck rotation. So when we're in the center, you'll let your arms just kind of relax. Then you're gonna push your elbows and shoulders back and look all the way over to the right. Nose is at the same height, so it's parallel to the floor. Then I'm coming back to center and releasing the arms. We're gonna switch sides. Push the arms back and then turn, keeping the chin at the same level, and look all the way to the left. Come through center, relax the arms. Good, so squeeze the shoulder blades to the spine and down, and look over to the right. Relax the arms, look forward, and do 3 more. Press the arms back, look left. And through center, last 2. Turning the head. This is good for when you're in the car and you need to check if someone's behind you. Functional stretching right here. Good, and then we're just gonna bring it back to center, slide the arms down, and sit up nice and tall. So let's do some cat-cows with the hands interlaced. So I'll show you straight on and then to the side. So interlace your hands. I want you to push the heel of the hand forward rather than your fingers. So see the difference? That's the heel of the hand, and this is the fingers. Okay, so go for the heel of the hand, and then pull the rib cage back, draw the navel back, and draw your chest and your tailbone towards each other. And then stacking the spine and reach the arms straight up. Lift up, get really tall. Maybe you can start to move those arms back in space. Exhale, we round the spine, pull the waistline back, and then inhale, we lift up and we sit tall. Okay, let's do 2 more, and I'm gonna show you from the other side. So when I round my back, the shoulder blades are moving and spreading away from the spine. And even though my head's coming forward, it's not with force. I'm not tightening or constricting the throat muscles. And then inhale, sit up nice and tall. Okay, trying to straighten those elbows and lift. Last one. Exhale to round, scoop the navel back. Inhale to lift. Maybe those arms come a little bit further back, and then we release. Okay guys, so now I'm gonna grab the yoga block. We just got 1 move with that. If you don't have the yoga block, you don't need it. You'll just imagine you have it. So place the heels of your hands on the yoga block. Fingers are long and spread open. Okay, we're trying to really create long fascia, or loosen the fascia up, I guess. I have no idea. Sometimes I just say things. Okay, so hug the block, relax your shoulders, and we're gonna reach the block straight up while trying to keep your elbows pointing forward and straighten the elbows. So naturally, if you're tight, the elbows wanna do something like this. So I want you to turn your elbows to me and then straighten the arms and try to reach the block or your fingertips up towards the ceiling. Now gaze up slightly, just a little bit, you don't have to throw your head back, and lift your chest towards the block. Move your arms back in space. I want you to wash, rinse, repeat those actions. Look up, lift the chest, move the arms back. 2 more times. Look up, lift the chest, move the arms back. See if you can relax your inner shoulders. Last one. Lift, arms go back, lengthen those elbows, and we take it down. Good work, guys. Okay, so putting the block aside, what we just worked was external rotation of the arm in the shoulder socket, which requires a lot of mobility and flexibility there, in case you were curious. So let's take this into a side bend. I'm gonna walk the right hand over to the right and reach your left arm up, and let's practice the actions we just practiced. Straight elbow, it's forward, and we're lifting the chest. Okay, oftentimes when people go into a side bend, I see them kind of curl the spine and round, and we want your back to be really straight. And then let's walk that right arm over to the right, and you can keep going right, but you need to straighten your back and your arm. So if anything, your chest should not be rounding forward, but it should be spreading apart and leaning back. If you're really tight here, then just practice on lengthening and more of an upright spine. This is totally fine. You don't need to go further over and then sacrifice form and it look like that, because then you're not gonna get the benefits out of the stretch. All right, so let's take a couple breaths here and keep spiraling that left elbow forward. Woo, that feels nice. And then roll it up. Okay, so left fingers point left, right arm goes up, palm is in, tricep elbow point forward, and first you're going for that lift. Then we'll start to walk it over to the left, and we're just checking that we continue to spread the chest open, lean the head back, and maybe we can go a little bit further. Now, because this is a neck and shoulders class, I'm not really instructing the hips here. Our focus is this upper arm, working into external rotation and reaching into a big long stretch. Go ahead, relax those shoulders down, and then let's roll it up. Okay, so first some triceps, because everything kind of runs up and down the chain. So if this muscle gets tight, it could be pulling in the back of your shoulder and cause stiffness all the way up into the neck. So let's take this left arm up, and I'm looking for that elbow to point forward again and not point wide to the side. So something we're gonna work on. So elbow coming forward and close to the ear. Then you'll take that left palm towards your left shoulder blade. Take your right hand to help pull the left elbow in and angle it up. And then maybe you can lift the head. Draw your core muscles in and relax your neck. So you can lean your head into the work to intensify it, can kind of help, but make sure you're not gripping your jaw and you're breathing here. Good. Nice work, guys. Good, and then we're going to release. Okay, so let's take this to the right. So let's reach that right arm up, palm in, elbow tricep spinning forward. I'm going to bend my right hand towards the right side of my upper back, and then I'll use the left hand to guide the right arm into place so that I'm continuing to wrap all the way from the upper arm forward. Spreading the shoulder blade away from the spine. Draw the ribs in, and then maybe you can lift the head up. Good. Couple deep breaths here. See where you can work the stretch and see where you can relax into it. So if you're a perfectionist and you like to work super, super, super hard in exercise, be careful, because sometimes that can cause more harm than good, right? We gotta know when to back off. I'm talking myself too. And release. Okay, so we've got two more things. This one is going to be with the strap, a belt, a rope, a ribbon. You can't really use anything. A long towel, roll it up. If you don't have it, you can do this without it. You'll do the same action we're gonna do with the strap. So we're taking a pretty wide grip, so not close, because my goal for you is to keep your arms straight and get the arms all the way back behind you. One arm will be low, one arm will be high. So right arm up, left arm down with the wrist facing the floor to the front. Then we're gonna circle the arms back behind us, open the chest up, reach the strap back, and then bring it forward. Then we're gonna switch. Left arm up, right arm down. Strap goes all the way back. See if you get stuck here, just let the hands slide a little further and reach back, lift your chest up. And then we come forward. Yeah, and then you can always adjust. So if that wasn't enough stretch, then the hands can come a little bit forward. So we're gonna take a couple more side to side. And I want you to practice breathing, not holding your breath, and making sure that you aren't putting strain in your neck to do this. And that is exactly why I said sit, stand, be in a chair, on the edge of a couch, be in a position that works for you to do all these stretches. So if sitting like this doesn't, then don't do it. Okay, last one. Good, and then bring it all the way around. Okay, so we're gonna put that strap aside, and I'm just gonna have you completely let those arms fall either to your lap or the ground. We're gonna take some big neck circles. Let's take 3 in each direction. You know how Joseph Pilates likes things in 3s. So when we do these neck circles, I want your collarbone to be spread and no movement in the waist. So we're trying to mobilize the cervical spine, the neck. So in order to do that, let's isolate everything else so the neck has to get into the full range of motion by itself. So here we go. Upper body stays still besides the neck. Head goes left. Press your chin to your chest. Lean it right. Lean it back. So I'm imagining that someone is pushing my head into the movement just slightly. So I'm kind of creating like internal pressure to intensify the stretch. And that means if you're a little bit further along in your mobility journey, that might be good for you. If this is like, oh my gosh, this is really intense, then don't worry about it. Okay, let's take it the other way. We're gonna go for 3. And 2. Wow, how good does the neck feel? And last one. Good, and then restack that head. Make sure it's centered in there. Wow, just checking in with everything. My shoulders and neck certainly feel awesome. I feel like this is something we could definitely all use. Honestly, it could be done every day, but I know we're limited on time, but this could definitely be done multiple times a week. And I think it's a great like midday break if you are a computer desk job kind of person. I hope this helps you out. My name's Lindsay Bushman. You guys did amazing today, and just carry all this good posture with you for the rest of the day or the rest of your week. And please hit the subscribe button below so you never miss another workout or stretch video with me. It's completely free. Please like, subscribe, and share this with your friends. If it helped your neck feel better, I'm sure it will help your friend's neck feel better. And I look forward to seeing you guys on the next one. Bye guys.